What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the EWT. I know I said that there'd be face cam, but I just got a new desk, and I haven't been able to get the lighting set up perfectly just yet. Please, I will have face cam back soon, I promise. But this week we're going up against Slightly Salty. Don't really know his team name, if I'm being 100% honest. I think it's Hoover Lycan Rocks, but this team was kind of sort of just like a super simple build because there was not a lot going into much of anything. First off, we have Choice Scarf Regieleki. This is my basically get out of jail free card for pretty much everything, whether it's Dracovish, whether it's Hawlucha, whether it is Stoutland, whether it is the Fox thing in the bottom. Pretty much any of their offensive sweepers I can clean up aside from pretty much all of their offense I can clean up. Even Venusaur, if I need to, I can clean up. Next up, Fizz Def Slowbro. This is my Dracovish check. Next up is... Ooh, wait, hold on. I didn't put EVs on this. Wait a second. Okay, this set is, let me find, this, really Spadef. This is my Venusaur check. So as you can see, like, I'm just basically checking everything, and then I'm bringing Choice Banded Rillaboom with Grassy Glide U-Turn Knockoff Woodhammer. This is my way of getting rid of Electric Terrain if I need to, as well as picking off Poco, Lando, forcing in the Escavalier to be able to take it, to be able to knock it off, do a lot of damage to it. Choice Banded Zygarde. I wanted a really bulky Zygarde to be able to hopefully take a couple hits from Tapu Koko, and by a couple I mean one. And then Thousand Arrow, Superpower, Extreme Speed, then Headbutt. Then Headbutt is there just for what's that Pokemon called? Venusaur. And then the rest just hits everything really hard. Arrows is super spammable versus their team. They only have one really good switch into it, and that is Stoutland if it's Intimidate, which is why I have Superpower. A Superpower into arrows always kills. Switching on one arrows, they die to Superpower and a Super. Very good. And then Silvally goes to multi-attack, sub-iron defense, and toxic. This is my way of beating Stoutland, as well as also pretty much pressuring Escavalier permanently and forcing them to do something crazy to try to get rid of me. Don't really know what they can do to get rid of this, because everything that they can do to try to break this up, I can toxic, or I can get off a multi-attack and do a lot of damage. That is going to be the team. As you can see, no hazards this week at all, which is kind of weird, as well as no defog, so, or rapid spin. So that is going to be the team. Let's go ahead and hop right over into the... Okay guys, I'm in the middle of sending rules, so I kind of wanted to go over some stuff that I kind of breezed by in the team builder real quick. I have counter on my Sliggoo because they have a lot of physical threats that I can tank a hit from, and I can click counter and do a lot back to them where they might not think that I can. Like, for example, they have a Gigalith, they have a Hawlucha, they have things like that, and Escavalier is the big one. If I'm able to get rid of Escavalier, my Rillaboom just claims a kill quite literally every single time. So that is the big one that I'm really looking at, is if I can get a counter off. Let me make rules. If I can get a counter off on Escavalier and I don't see a Venusaur, then I'm good to go. I'm pretty set. But yeah, team is pretty self-explanatory. I'm realistically not doing anything too crazy. I do have sub on my Slowbro because if I'm able to get a sub up, they really do struggle to switch into it. Okay, said have fun. Okay, so like I said, I'm really looking at Rillaboom as my lead off in this game, just because I'm able to kind of sort of scare out a lot of their team. I don't really see Sun coming to this game, just because I do have a lot of answers to it, but go ahead. Press A at the starting signal. Let's get it. Again, I'm sorry there's no face cam. I just haven't had a chance to set up the lighting, and I'm in a dark corner of the room. Yeah, there's no Sun, but there is Fat Venusaur. There's no Stoutland. There's no Gigalith. There's no Hawlucha. Not much of anything. What do I want to lead off with this verse? Spikes. How do I want to do this versus spikes? I kind of just want to lead off with my HUD. Yeah, I take like nothing from these attacks. And it can't explode on me. And they don't have a way of breaking it. They don't have a way of breaking. Their max attack or max special attack, then Ice Beam can break the sub. Not seeing Gigalith, not seeing Sand is kind of weird, but I can understand it. They also don't have the best switch-ins to 1,000 arrows. Like, even Venusaur is taking 43 to 51. Okay, this is not bad. Kind of just want to go for a multi-attack. Get off some damage, scout if it's physical or special. I'm never two-shot by this thing. They go for a knockoff. It's 35% to me. That does 0. Go for a multi. Do 50 over 50%. That's phenomenal. I think he's going to switch out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a sub, expecting the Escavalier to come in. Because then if Escavalier comes in, yep, they go for U-turn. Cool. Because they don't want to lose to Regieleki. They know that I like Regieleki. If I'm at +2 and they're max attack adamant, they never break my sub with anything. Yep. They have to be choice banded. Yep, they've got to be choice banded to even have a chance at breaking my sub. Like it's adamant choice banded. Now we're at +2. Let's see if it breaks. Knock off. Nice. Now we go for 2 multi-attacks. How much is this going to do? Because if it's max HP, it's doing 40 to 48. Oh, yeah. Clean 2-shot from this range. Iron Head. Iron Head does less. I'm going to go for another multi-attack. They're lefties. Yeah, I'm going for another multi-attack, and I'm killing this thing. That way I can spam grass moves a little bit easier. I just need to weaken the Venusaur, which shouldn't be that difficult, honestly. Go for another multi-attack. Go for Toxic. Okay. I clicked sub there. They were screwed. What? I almost clicked sub there. I mean, either way, this thing is in range of arrows. Lando is in range of arrows. Let's just click another multi-attack. See what comes in. Okay. So this thing broke Escavalier, which was the plan. Now they only have one real way of switching into my Rillaboom. I can bring in Rillaboom on Lando if Lando decides to come in. I can bring it in versus Coco. Okay. Do I just stay in here? I think I do. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in here and click multi-attack, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to stay in and click multi-attack. This thing did its job. It took out one of the checks, and they went for Gleam, expecting, like, just in case Zygarde came in, which was a good play. So that thing did its job. It took out, and it's Life Orbed. That's good to know. I'm going to go into Rillaboom. I take a Life Orb Brave Bird if it has no investment. I'm clicking U-turn as Venu comes in. Yep. We're taking a little bit more Life Orb chip. Wow, that did a lot. Can we scout how much investment it has? Looks like it has no investment, judging by that. I'm expecting their Venusaur to come in. That did so much damage. Barely max HP. I think it dies to Zen Headbutt from Zygarde. I'm gonna go into Zygarde. Looks like Arrow is also killed. I don't know if I want to risk that, though. I'm going to click Zen. I feel like this is a bad play. I feel like I should be clicking arrows. I also don't outspeed this guaranteed, but I click Zen. I land it. This should kill. Nice. Rillaboom cleans. Bailey comes in. Okay. I do not have the best switch-ins to this. But unfortunately, Ivan Ooze is pretty unnecessary at this point. Steel Roller. Excuse me, bitch? What the hell is that? I think I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb. Just going to go for a Sludge Bomb. Thing in range of Coke. Ooh, Coco's coming in. Perfect damage. I really do like this poke. So a Life Orb. Dazzling Gleam does not kill me. Shocking. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb. You might click U-turn expecting the switch, but I live a Life Orb Dazzling Gleam from Timid. I think it would have to be. From yeah. That is... I love this Pokemon so much. This Pokemon is so stupid and so good. Okay. So they have got Lando at like no health. Dracovish, which... How much does Dracovish take from Grassy Ball? Dracovish takes 75%. Trying to think of how I want to win this. Because in all honesty, my Slowbro also can win this. My Slowbro can just be fat and annoying. Glalie again. I'm going to sack off my Sliggoo here, unfortunately. And then I'm just going to bring in my, bring in Zygarde. Like, I think I'm going to go directly into my Slowbro. Because even Freeze Dry doesn't do that much to me. Because Glalie is kind of... I can two-shot. I'm going to click Flamethrower. Yeah, it can two-shot, but... I don't know. I kind of need the damage on this thing to ensure that I can kill, but... Whatever they go into is taking a Flamethrower. I don't know why you went into this. This is something I need damage on. No, sir. I think he might be Choice Banded Glalie. I'm going to go for a sub here. Because with this thing coming out, I'm going to click Scald, I think. Like, how are you going to break my sub? Like, you might have Crunch, but I do think this is Choice Banded. I'm going to click Flamethrower again, because if the Dracovish comes in, going to take 50% from Future Sight, and then I can get up another one pretty much for free. Force him into Crunch to break my sub. Lucky also does really, really well. This is definitely Choice Banded Glalie. Like, after just looking at some calcs that it did versus my Sliggoo. Also, for those of you who wonder, like, how not to run out of time, this is how you do it. Take advantage of your opponent using... Like, so Choice Banded Steel Roller in grassy terrain does 50 to 60% to my Sliggoo. And it did a little over 50. Which is why I think it's Choice Banded. And if he lets me get a Flamethrower off on this, I think it's in range of, this thing also dies now. Now he loses to Grassy Glide. Because it's taking a Flamethrower plus a Future Sight. Yep. Perfect. That crit didn't matter. Future Sight did 58 to 69. It actually did just like 1% more than that Flamethrower did. And now my Slowbro just doesn't die. Doesn't die. Like, you can go into Dracovish if you want. Adamant Choice Banded Crunch is the best thing you can do. Landorus Knock. Life Orb Knock is doing 56%. If I'm able to kill this thing with a Scald, I can win with a Lecky. Yep. Lecky versus a Draco Wish. Can't quite win. It'll be close. I'm going to... Switching out here is a really dumb play. Switching out here is a really dumb play because I could... I'm going to go into Zygarde, actually. The Zygarde can live a crunch. This thing can't kill me with Adamant Choice Banded Vicious Rend. It can kill my Zygarde. But... And he goes for Outrage. And it didn't even kill. Wow. Okay, cool. So now I win by clicking Extreme Speed first. And you know what? Just because I'm me, I'm going to kill this thing with a Lecky. Clicking Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt does 64 to 76. Sorry, Zygarde. But I like a Lecky more than you anyway. Oh, man. This was a really fast-paced offensive game. Like, geez, a whiz. And then, yeah, Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does 64 to 76, and I think that should be a good game. Bam. GG's to my boy Slightly Salty. I was stressing over this game big time, guys, because I could not figure out, like, how I wanted to try to play this game. But whenever I realized that, like, he couldn't bring, like, the offensive threats of, like, his sand, sun, and terrain all at the same time, along with also bringing Escavalier, the supporters for each one of them, Stoutland, like, he was limited to 6. And I think that low-key, Choice Banded Glalie was a really good bring, because I don't have really good ice switch-ins on my draft. Like, I have, let's see. I mean, Cobalion kind of, and Slowbro kind of, but it can, I think it gets Earthquake and Ice and Crunch. So, like, but he was Steel Roller. What was he Steel Roller for? Slurpuff? I don't know. That was a good tech either way. I've never seen the animation in game, but yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, GG's to my boy Slightly Salty, but we're climbing the ranks again. We're on a little bit of a win streak here in EWT, and we need the last couple wins in order to make playoffs, so hopefully we can do that. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.